Ever get that feeling, where a song just really gets under your skin, makes you think? Well, we're doing a deep dive today into one of those tracks, Men at Work's very first single, Down Under. It's a song, well, I'm sure you've heard it. We're going to look into some of the details around its creation and maybe figure out what made it such a hit.
Yeah, it's wild to look back on it now. All the info you sent over it really shows just how huge this song became. It all started with Colin Hay and Ron Stryker, just two guys playing acoustic sets in pubs around Australia.
Just picturing that is crazy, right? One of the articles you sent said that an American from CBS Records was at one of those gigs and boom, signed him. It's amazing how these things happen sometimes.
For sure. But let's talk about this particular song, how it all began.
Absolutely. So tell me more about that.
Well, an interview you shared, Colin Hay talks about writing the song really quickly, like half an hour. He was in this little tree hut, as he called it, out in the bush of southern New South Wales. He was with his girlfriend at the time. Kind of a far cry from his usual life in St. Kilda, which is part of Melbourne, a pretty diverse and interesting place.
A tree hut. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And, another source mentioned that his girlfriend, right from the start, she was convinced it would be a hit. Sometimes you just get that feeling.
It seems like she was right on the money. That album, Business as Usual, it went on to be #1 in the US for 15 weeks straight. That's a record for a debut album, at least back then. Really shows how much the song and the whole album connected with people.
Absolutely. And I mean, come on, think about Down Under, that sax riff. It's just iconic, isn't it? Immediately tops into your head.
It's interesting, actually. Some of the research we did showed that that sax part, it wasn't always like that. When they played the song in bars, the sax solo was in the middle. But Peter McGeehan, the producer, he had this idea. Move it to the beginning, make it really stand out in the recording. That's what turned it into the hook that everyone knows and loves.
It's brilliant. It's like that one change gave the song its whole character,
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's the music video. Looking back, it's so unique. It has this almost DIY vibe.
Totally. They only had $5,000 or $6,000 for the whole thing, but that actually worked out perfectly. One article talked about how the video captures that slightly paranoid feeling in the lyrics, that idea of a guy being alone in his house. And the way they shot it, they used friends, kept the location simple. It all added to the charm, made the band feel more real, more relatable.
And you got to remember, MTV back then, they didn't have that many videos in their library. So even though the Down Under video was low budget, it was different, so it got played a lot. It really helped make the song stick in everyone's minds.
Timing is a funny thing, too. The song first came out in Australia in '81, but CBS held back on releasing it in America until the middle of '82. By that point, it was already a huge deal in Australia.
It's like they built up all this anticipation, right?
Right.
It worked out great, though. The band got to tour Australia and even open for Fleetwood Mac before they blew up in America. And by the end of that tour with Fleetwood Mac, the song hit #1 in the U.S.
Yeah. It's just a really catchy song, appeals to so many people. And this was all, right before Michael Jackson's Thriller came out in November of '82. So Men at Work's song, it really made its mark in that first part of the year before things shifted in a big way.
It's true. It kind of cemented its place before everything changed. Oh, and I thought it was cool that Colin A actually did a new version of the song years later as acoustic on his album Man at Work, which came out in 2003. It just shows how strong the song is at its core. Even stripped down, it still resonates with people.
Yeah, for sure. Great songs, they can connect with you in all sorts of ways.
So let's recap. We've got this song, Born in a Tree Hut in Australia, right? And it takes the world by storm, partly because of this super catchy saxophone riff.
Yeah.
And then there's that video with its DIY aesthetic that just works so well. It's quite a story.
Totally. And you think about it, all these different pieces, the unexpected place where it was written, the producer's choice to move the saxophone, the band's scrappy way of making the video, they all came together and made something really special, something that people still love.
It makes you wonder, what about your own life? Maybe there are these simple ideas, things that happened in unexpected places that could really connect with other people. What if those ordinary moments, the ones we experience every day, actually hold the seeds of something amazing, something worth sharing?
It's a thought, isn't it?
It is.